All right, guys, we've got the camera rolling and we've got the audio going. There we go. All right, we are doing another one-take, unedited unboxing and guitar review. And this is going to be another of the awesome Firefly guitars. Now, I've done a few of these videos where it's just turn on the camera, leave the camera running. Why am I doing this stuff, especially with these budget guitars? Well, I get a lot of comments saying like, oh, Max, that guitar, you know, it's such a cheap guitar. You must be doing a lot of setup work or modifications or, you know, all kinds of studio trickery or something just to make the guitar seem better than it really is. That's why I'm doing these unedited one-take guitar review videos, because this guitar here, it's about a $200 guitar. This one's actually, I believe, a little bit more than that. But most of the Firefly stuff is right around $200. That's kind of the magic number. And this one here is an extra cool triple pickup Les Paul style guitar. And I've checked out a lot of cool stuff from Firefly lately. I've got the EVH inspired striped guitar back here. I've got another single cut right there that I was doing like a video about Dave Minichetti looking for a guitar to play Y&T riffs and that kind of stuff. But this one here, I think, is really going to take the cake because it's an awesome, bright rock and roll color and triple humbuckers, triple pickups on here. Should be really cool. So we're just, somebody's honking in the background. Anyway, that's the kind of stuff that I would normally edit out, but I'm not going to do it. Now, hey, calm down. Hold on, I got to mute this thing here. Okay, just muting that until I go to plug it in. So here's the deal, guys. The way I'm going to do this one, I'm going to go ahead and do my unboxing. I'm going to plug in the guitar. We're going to listen to how it sounds. I'm going to give you my honest opinion about, you know, the condition of the fretboard, the frets, the setup, all that stuff. And it's all going to be one take, unedited. I'm going to get through all of that. And then at the end of the video, I will stop the camera. And then I'm going to give you some close-up shots of some of the kind of small details of the guitar. Like I'm going to open up the back cavity and we're going to look at the quality of the soldering and the electronics in there. And I also I've got my scale. We're going to weigh the guitar. I really want this to be kind of an exhaustive review. I've got my caliper here. We're going to take some very precise measurements of the thickness of the neck and the nut width and so forth, all that stuff, so I can give you the most information that I possibly can pack into into one video right here. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started here. We'll open this up and pull it out and see what it's like. And just remember, guys, I'm not going to edit anything out of this here. This could be completely broken. I could just open this up and it's just a box full of sawdust or rocks or something. And you're gonna witness this as I do in this video. So let's go ahead and open this up here. Now, while I'm doing this, I'll mention a couple of things. One is, of course, if you enjoy videos like this, checking out cool, new, affordable guitars and also staying up on all the latest news in the guitar universe, and you have not already subscribed, please consider subscribing right now. And I would really appreciate that. You know, it helps everything. It helps me feel good about myself, if nothing else, if I get a lot of subscribers. I've been doing this many, many years, and still to this day, every subscriber counts, right? Now, the other thing I want to mention before we open this up is I've gotten a lot of comments where people are disappointed that I have not worn the Burger King crown. So I'll do that at some point in this video, not to worry. Okay, so I've opened both sides of the box, and now we slide this out. Now, if you've seen the Firefly videos before, you know that they have this awesome styrofoam insert. The guitar, I have been promised, is somewhere within this styrofoam. But this is just a really great way to ship these guitars because they're really well protected. That was an issue back in, 2017, in the early days of Firefly. They experimented with a lot of the different box packaging types and everything, and because there were some issues of guitars being damaged and so forth, which is always a drag. But I think those issues are really a thing of the past because they've got this styrofoam insert, and it's, you know, I haven't had a single issue with something being damaged in years. So ba-bam, we'll open that up. Oh, I can tell you already, this is going to be really, really nice. And you can see it a little bit there, right? 1, 2, 3 humbuckers, cream humbuckers. Okay, let's get this out. I'll go ahead and pull this out. We'll just get rid of this styrofoam thing. Here's our cheapy cable and the truss rod Allen wrench. Okay, we'll move this over here. All right, guys. Woo-hoo-hoo. Yeah, this is going to be really cool. Talk about rock and roll. This is a very good guitar for playing Kiss riffs, I think. Okay. Oh, nice little detail here. It's got a mirror truss rod cover. Can you see that? The other thing I want to mention, oh man, this is really cool. Hold on, I want to wait a second. The other thing I'll mention really quick is that I'm not going to cut the camera, but it will zoom in and out a few times just so I can show you a little bit more, you know, close-up shots of stuff. Oh, okay, so already we've got locking tuners. It's got a mirror truss rod cover, and it's got a serious, like, sparkle finish on here. Okay, let's go ahead and, I don't want to make you guys wait. I don't want to be a tease here. Let's open this thing up. Get this out of the plastic. Look. Look at that. Talk about a 70s glam machine. Look at that finish, guys. By the way, if you see me looking over here, it's because I've got my screen over there. Oh, look at this. Cool little details. Mirrors for the cavity covers on the back. Can you see that? That is really cool. So this is like a deep flake sparkle finish. It's blue and silver, obviously, but they did it on the sides, on the back, even the back of the neck. It's got this sparkle finish all over, and then yeah, the triple pickups right here. Look at this, guys. This is super cool. Okay. Standard controls, 3-way, 2-volume, 2-tone. Now, let's peel off these pickup covers. 1. I get to do it 3 times. 2. Now this one's a little lower here. 3. Now, I can tell you right now, I might end up raising up that neck pickup a little because it's a little bit low. But let's check this out. So real quick, I'm just going to do a quick visual inspection here. I don't see any high frets. We'll check that out more closely in a second. Truss rod adjustment looks decent. Honestly, it's very, very flat. So it might need a little more relief in the neck. And let's see. Oh, some of the locking tuners are a little loose, but that's okay because it was, you know, it's shipped. You're not expecting it to be dead in tune or anything. No issues with the knobs. Everything's nice and tight. Nothing loose here. I don't see any obvious issues with the bridge or anything like that. So, out of the box, quick visual inspection. They really nailed this one. This is such a cool looking guitar. Okay, so let's start off here. This is, you know, a little on the heavy side, I can feel. I'm going to weigh this. Don't know if you can see that. 8.6. 8.7, if I round up. 8.7 pounds. But for a big old Les Paul style guitar like this, with the triple pickups, that's nothing at all. That's pretty standard weight for it. Now this has the rounded ball end stainless steel frets. It's got 22 of those frets. This is a fairly thin neck by Les Paul standards. If I compare this to the AIO guitars or the Wolf guitars, they have a thinner neck than this, but this is not a thick neck by any means. So let me do a quick measurement of the neck here. Just hold on a second. About there. Okay, I'm showing 21 millimeters. So neck thickness at the first fret, 21 millimeters, and it doesn't look like there's much taper. There's a little bit. 23 millimeters up here at the 12th fret. Now, I will mention, in order to do the binding and the paint this way and everything, you kind of have to go with that classic block neck joint, because some people on a nice modern, like an ESP single cut, there's a nice carved neck joint. This guitar does not have that, so it's got the big bulky neck joint. People argue about that all the time. It's like, oh, it contributes to the tone. There's more wood at the neck joint or something. I don't know. You can argue about that all day long. I don't think it makes much difference myself, if any. It does make some difference with the fret access, though. But the cutaway here is far enough down. You can reach that 22nd fret no problem. And it's almost in tune. Hold on a second here. Well, almost is relative, right? It's not in tune, but I don't expect it to be in tune right out of the box. Okay, so let me do a few other measurements here. Let's check out the nut. The nut is 43 millimeters, 43 millimeter nut. That's to be expected. See how much taper there is. I'm going to measure the width at the 12th fret. So it goes from 43 to, it's like 55. 43 down here, and it tapers down to about 55 millimeters when you get to the 12th fret, which is right here. Okay. And then, yeah, we're just going to go ahead and plug this in and listen to it, and then we'll talk a little bit more about it. Like I said before, looks like we have to, I think I'm going to need to raise up the neck pickup a little bit. Okay, let me do a few other measurements. I'm going to measure the action again. Actually, no, I should tune it first. Sorry. So yeah, let's go ahead and get this this sucker plugged in here. And I'm using my Boss IR200 amp and cabinet simulator for this. We'll go through some high gain stuff and some clean stuff, and we'll do a few more measurements. Get my tuner going here. Okay, gotta unmute this. All right, let's see how easy it is to get in tune, right? Nice tone, man. Oh, this has a beefy tone. This has a nice thick tone. I'm pretty surprised by this. This really, to me, sounds different than other Firefly Les Paul style guitars. Like the Relic one here I've got that I did the Dave Minichetti video about. I had a buddy of mine offer haul and checking out that guitar recently, and it plays great, but it doesn't quite have like a Les Paul sound. It's not a super thick sound. This thing is like, it's got some chunk to it. Okay, now real quick, I just tuned this. I'm going to stretch the strings a little bit here. Here, you guys don't want to listen to that. I should also mention, according to the listings, it's a mahogany body and neck, rosewood fretboard. Okay, I just stretched the strings. Let's see how close they are. Yeah. Let's check out that neck pickup now. Nice. Okay, so I gotta say, I'm super impressed with the tone of this guitar. I mean, and the looks. Who wouldn't want this guitar? This guitar is so rock and roll. I mean, granted, it's a little glam, right? It's a little glam. It's very sparkly, but I like glam. I like sparkly. I'm that kind of guy, I guess. So let me check, see if we got any buzzing here. If we're going to have any, it's going to be in the middle of the neck. So far, so good. On the low E string, musically low, that one, there's a very tiny amount of buzzing on like 5, 6, 7, right around those frets here. Yeah, so, tiny amount. The frets are great. That buzzing there is just because it needs a very minor truss rod adjustment, like a quarter turn relief, I think would take care of that. Also, guys, I just want to say something real quick here. This issue reminded me of something. If you are going in the comment section to tell me something of like, oh, hey, Max, you didn't put this in the video, or blah, 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 please at least watch most of the video before you leave a comment saying, like, why didn't I do this or do that or something. Now, I bring this up because in the last video I did, in that video, that guitar had a similar fret issue right around 5, 6, 7, the middle of the neck here. It had a similar fret buzz issue, almost exactly the same thing. Very minor. And I said that in the video. I'm like, okay, a little bit of buzzing here, and I think you can hear it through the amp. I said that in the video. I talked about it for at least a minute, maybe 2 minutes or something. And then somebody in the comments says, hey, I got the same guitar as you. They must be sending you a special one, you know, the mid-level YouTuber special guitar, right? Because the one I got had some fret buzz on it. It's like, that's exactly what I said in the video. But of course, basically the person didn't watch far enough into the video to where I said that. And the way they described it in their comment, the one I got was actually worse than the one he got. He had like one fret, like I think it was the 3rd fret or something that was buzzing. And he's talking about like, oh, you know, you're getting special treatment and all this stuff. I'm like, no, man, the guitar I got was worse than the one you got. So my whole point is that it's very frustrating to me when I go out of my way to put information in the video and then someone doesn't watch that, but then they comment, hey, why didn't you tell me about this? It's like, well, I did tell you, but I can't, if you don't watch the video, I can't help you, right? It's like the information is there, but you have to actually view it and get the information. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say about that. I don't want to complain too much because after all, I absolutely love what I do. I get to check out amazing guitars like this almost every day, and it's pretty awesome. Okay, so let me do a little bit more playing here, and then we'll switch to a cleaner tone and see if we can get some nice jazzy tones out of this guitar. This is a monster tone. Okay, so let's go to some clean stuff. Turn that up a little. That's okay. That's the neck pickup. Let's do all 3. That's nice. Bridge pickup. Nice difference there. I always like guitars that have a really pronounced tonal difference between the different pickup positions, and this one does, especially when you switch to the bridge pickup. It's the bridge, neck. Nice. Okay, there we go. I'm pretty happy with that. So, okay, so this is the triple pickup blue silver sparkle from Firefly. What a cool guitar. Locking tuners. I tightened these up after I tuned the guitar, of course. Chrome hardware, mirrors. Imagine if this had a mirror pick guard right down here. Some of these guitars from Firefly, they have the option. They have an optional pick guard, like they're pre-drilled for the pick guard, but it doesn't come installed. It just comes in the box, and you can install it if you want to. Like the Relic is like that. This one doesn't have that, so you could add a pick guard to it, but you're going to have to drill a couple of holes into it. And I think it's just because this is such a cool, flashy finish. Number one, they don't want to cover it up with a pick guard, and number two, you know, even if you're careful, I mean, you'd still have to put a couple of holes in the body of the guitar, which, you know, might kind of suck if you mess it up. Multiply binding on the front and on the back. Nice big flakes, and again, at the end of the video, I'll give you guys some nice juicy close-ups of the paint job and everything. I don't see any blemishes, anything like that. Sometimes with these flake finishes, there can be a problem where the flakes have a little bit of weight to them, and so they can actually slide in the paint before the paint dries. But I don't see, and so you end up with like a bunch of flake like in one part of the body or something, but I don't see any issues like that at all. Really, really, really nice paint. Yeah, super cool. So I think while I'm still running here, I am going to bring up the neck pickup a little bit. Just, you know, get a little more body out of it here. And a little more bass, I think. Okay. I'll get my cable out of here. There we go. So let's see what this sounds like now. Yeah. Very nice. Okay. So, man, looks, I'm going to say, for the style that they're going for, a 10 out of 10. Sound, I'm going to go like 8.5 out of 10. I really love the sound of the bridge pickup. The neck pickup needed a little adjustment. It sounds great now. Not a big difference between the middle position, which is, you know, the 3 pickups. Not too big of a difference between that and the neck pickup. It does have a really nice, big, thick sound. I think you lose a little articulation when you use that middle position. But if you need that articulation back for your metal riffs, just switch over to that bridge pickup and you're going to cut some heads off. Definitely a kind of a darker sounding guitar. It's not as bright sounding as some of the other Firefly single cut guitars. But I like the darkness on this guitar. It's got a really meaty, like thick tone to it. I really, really like that. No blemishes, no issues with the pots or, you know, knobs. Nothing's loose, anything like that. The locking tuners were loose, but that was simply because it's not in tune when you get it. So I think you're expected to tune it up and then lock down the locking tuners. But man, yeah, this is a really cool one. For all the Fireflyers out there that love collecting these guitars, I think this is going to be a really cool one to add to your collection. If you have any desire to have a single cut Les Paul style guitar at all, especially a triple pickup model, this is going to be a really, really good one for you. So before we go on here, let's get this out of the way. I am the Burger King. Oh yeah, that looks good actually, right? Should play a little bit like that. So, I'm the Burger King. Okay, that's not for that. Anyway, so now you can't say that I didn't wear the crown. So the other stuff, guys, is you see how much fun I'm having here. I got this really cool guitar to check out today. It's an amazing guitar, and I get to make videos like this all the time. It's a lot of fun, and this is my job, right? I've been doing full-time YouTube since 2019 when I quit my old super lame corporate desk job. I'm like, get out of here. I'm going to go do Guitar Max. And that's what I've been doing for the last 5 years. And it's really, really cool. So let me ask you, would you like to do the same thing? Well, now we need to have a word from our sponsor. And the sponsor is me and my new online course, which is the Guitar Max Guide to YouTube Success. So if you want to do what I'm doing, if you want to have a guitar YouTube channel or music-related YouTube channel, or even, I don't know, any kind of YouTube channel that does like product reviews and things like that, if you want to do that and turn it into a business, a full-time career, something you can really do as a job, check out my online course. I'm going to have a link for that down in the video description below. It's, I love what I do, and you can do it too. I'm not a particularly smart guy. I'm average at best, okay? Work ethic, I'm probably average at that too. You know, I do have long hair, and people claim that that makes a difference. I don't know if it really does. But the bottom line is, if I can do it, you can do it. So again, the Guitar Max Guide to YouTube, link for that down in the video description below. Okay, guys, so a few more things here. Obviously, I'm going to have links for all this stuff down in the video description below. The guitar, the Boss IR200 amp and cabinet simulator, and my my online course for doing YouTube stuff. But overall, this guitar is awesome. So now, let's just go ahead, and I'm going to leave you with some close-ups of what, of the other details of the guitar. I'm going to go ahead and take this back cavity off here, the mirror, and we're going to look at the quality of the soldering. Are these full-size pots? Are these mini pots? You know, what's really going on here? So we're just going to go ahead and take this off. 4 screws. Hopefully this thing is not jammed in here. It might be jammed in here. And I hope nobody sees me doing this here. Ooh. No, come on. It's a little bit of plastic. Yeah, shoot. See, this is the kind of stuff I would normally cut out here. So the back cavity is really wedged in here. I think I can get it. There we go. Okay. It's kind of actually handy to have a mirror, you know. Yeah, there we go. Much better. Okay, so now I'm going to start cutting things, and I'm going to show you a nice big close-up of the soldering and all this stuff. So here is the back cavity there. It's got the shielding paint, full-size pots. Honestly, the soldering looks pretty good. There's not a whole bunch of excess wiring or anything. You've got the caps there. Overall, I'm pretty impressed. For a guitar in this price range, this is really, really good. Now here are some close-ups of the paint job. Look at these, the metal flake paint job here. Beautiful silver and blue, and it's all over the guitar, not just on the front, not just on the body, but on the back as well, even on the sides and the neck. Look at that neck. If nothing else, this is a really, really cool looking guitar. And you can see the locking tuners on the back there. There's even a little bit of a paint burst effect on the back of the headstock. And the frets, guys. These are the frets that everybody always loves, the rounded ball end stainless steel frets. 22 of them on the rosewood fretboard these nice big block inlays on the fretboard. No, they're not stickers, they're regular inlays. They're done very nicely. All right, guys, that is it. Overall, a great guitar. Not just a great guitar for the money, but a great guitar, period. And yeah, guys, everything you heard in the video, no editing, no studio magic, nothing like that. What you see is what you get. And yeah, I mean, you saw me. I tuned it. I stretched the strings, tuned it again. Otherwise, I didn't make any setup adjustments to it. You know, I adjusted the pickup. But again, everything you saw and heard in the video is exactly how it was, just taking it out of the box. So yeah, out of the box, great guitar. Little tiny bit of buzzing. I mean, so tiny bit of buzzing. Very, very small amount. Right around like 6, 7, 8, 5, 6, 7. And really only on the low E string. I'll make a, you know, I'll wait a couple days because I've just unboxed it, and then I'll make a truss rod adjustment and see if I can get rid of that. See if I can get rid of that. I think it's not going to be an issue at all. But yeah, I am super pleased with this guitar. This is honestly one of my favorite Firefly guitars that I've ever gotten. So yeah, guys, thanks a ton for watching the video. I always want to hear about what you think about these videos, especially these like one-take, unedited videos. What do you guys think of this format? Let me know down in the comments section below. And if there's anything else you want me to add into these videos, please let me know. So links, all that stuff down in the video description. And guys, as always, if you enjoy these videos and you have not already subscribed, please consider subscribing. Thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next video.